Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies. On this fine day, I got the bug. I decided to punish myself a little bit and play some top tier. Now, top tier for me is 9.0, and definitely my American lineup is the most well fleshed out of any of the lineups that I have. I do have the Abrams. I could play at 10.0 if I wanted to, but besides the fact that it would take me longer to find a match, I have pretty much the same lineup behind it either way, so I might as well just sit at what really is the top tier for me. And it's been a while since I gave top tier a go. I decided after the XM1 came out to give it a shot, play a few matches, and it was pretty crazy. It was unbalanced, to put it lightly, and I figured, you know what, as with everything, once there's a new patch, things are always crazy for a while, and everybody's trying out what they think is going to be the most powerful vehicle, and they're often right. And so I gave it some time, and here I am, back in it. And as I've mentioned many times before, this is not my natural environment, but I love this map. Is this Kursk? It's the big open one. Fulda? No, it's not Fulda. I think it's Kursk. Anyway, I've set myself up here. I've set up shop, as it were, at a great sniping spot. A good portion of my vehicle is hidden below the terrain, and I spotted an enemy's muzzle flare. So I'm targeting his area. Very, very tight tolerances here on the aiming. And one thing I've noticed about this replay, and we will get into live gameplay later on, is that the custom sight I'm using, which is a fantastic sight, by the way, couldn't remember who made it. Otherwise, I'd recommend them to you. As we just missed the ammo there, but that's okay, that's inert ammo anyway. Best we could do is take out a fuel tank. Really tough to get a good hit on one of those flat pancake tanks at this kind of range, and we're doing our best anyway. It looks like he's scampered on off, and just when I'm wondering how I'm going to possibly get another hit on someone, well, you'll see. What is up with these guys? These cheeky boys. Now I have to really play with the spicy footwork, and I'm using the only thing I have, which is high mobility, to try and keep myself safe here. My profile is pretty low as well, and these are long-range shots, so it takes about a half a second for the enemy's round to get to my areas. We just missed the weak spot on the Leo 2, or sorry, the Leo 2A4? Yeah, whatever that is. And again, now going for the lower hole, and we are just salsa dancing here, trying to avoid getting hit. It's a 3-on-1, and we're acquitting ourselves admirably. As we get the kill shot on the Leo 2, he manages to put one into our transmission, which would have been a kill shot if we'd held still. So let that be a lesson to all of you prospective XM1 or Abrams pilots. And now we're getting flanked by some kind of, who is it, Soviet boy, I think, as we peek over the hill, always with the low profile with you people. And we were damaged in the cannon breach. We tried to fire a round, but it ended up just destroying our breach, and now he is making us feel the wrath. And even though this is the XM1 with not nearly the amount of survivability of its namesake later on, it is still quite durable, but he does finish us off. Now we're in the FJ4B, a jet fighter that I've fallen in love with. It has good cannons, and compared with lower ranked jets, it has the most incredible engine power to weight ratio. Of course, this is nothing new to you Sabre pilots, but what I have over the Sabre is ordnance, and these Hydra rocket pods, besides being a lot of fun, they really can get you into a fun and engaging playstyle where you can actually make something of a difference. And this is where we really start to shine. I like to think that I'm a better pilot than I am a tanker, and I feel like this is a little bit of proof. So CAS is notoriously difficult now that top tier AA has radar And you can see that it takes multiple hits to take down an MBT, especially the Soviet ones with their big tracks and their little projections hanging off of the tank. But it is doable, and my advice is, with the Hydras, you want to fire in a volley, as you see me doing. Life is short in the air, so you might as well do everything you can to ensure a kill once you get an attack run on somebody. We take down the ZSU 57-2 with a nice hull break. As you see us spraying lots and lots of ammunition. I tend to spend most of my focus on defensive flying, which is something you have to do constantly here, and less on lining up the perfect attack run. So I just spam shots at that point. And it goes through the ammo, but that's something the FJ-4B has in spades. And you may have noticed that I'm flying this jet a bit differently than I fly at lower battle ratings. At 9.0, you're pretty much guaranteed to have some Gepards in your match. As you see their rounds exploding harmlessly behind me, I know there's at least 2 Gepards down at the enemy spawn. And this is typical for top tier AA, and that's what keeps me safe from them, is they tend to stay near the spawn. There are some, especially Gepards, because they do have the ability to punch through side armor, that'll push up and be useful, but other times, well, they just aren't all that helpful. We got some hits there that you can't really see registered in the replay, but we did not manage to get a critical hit on that particular enemy. And we're going to pick up another kill here, I believe, as we fly in a way that somewhat protects us from enemy AA. This stall climb I did there was the most risky maneuver that I pulled so far, but I'd already gotten 2 kills, and I decided to come down hard on this what is that? all those Soviet the BV, whatever it is. The name escapes me at this moment, but he did not escape our heat rockets, and as you saw, it took several hits to take him down. So once again, attacking from a steep angle is very helpful because their roof armor does not have composite, and also firing lots and lots of rockets, because heat rockets don't tend to one-shot anything that doesn't have hull break. Now we've got one more shot left, and we get taken down by, of all things, a Leo 2A4. And I've been hesitant to use the M551 because in the past it was kind of a turd, but the mobility's better now that I've unlocked a few modules, and there's fewer things wrong with the ATGM. It has decent penetration and post-pen effect now. However, the guidance system is still a little bit wonky. It's not as precise as you'd like it to be, even though it's supposed to manually follow your reticle. It doesn't quite tightly follow it, and if you make anything more than minor adjustments, it tends to wobble around. And if you don't have a perfect connection, then good luck. So here we are catching up to another Soviet tank, and we're just trying to, well, first we spot him, and now we're just trying to expose enough that we can get a good shot on him. And you can see that the missile doesn't quite follow the reticle precisely. There's sort of a dead zone where it won't guide, and it also doesn't fire directly down the barrel, which is, well, sometimes it's worse than other times. Let's put it that way. You see that it actually fires a bit above the targeting reticle. Now we take out the breach and the vertical drive on his vehicle, which makes him unable to directly target us. He is trying to ping us with the machine guns, perhaps even take us down, even though I think we're a little bit too far range for that Dishka, or what is it, Dishak, or whatever it is that he has mounted on top, or coaxially, to harm us. We managed to finish him off, and now we're checking our surroundings. And at this point, our team is losing rather badly on control of the field. We do have a couple of players you might be able to see on the map who are in the area of the enemy spawn, at least they were, and then we have a few people also hanging back. So this is sort of that point where our our momentum has been broken by the enemy, and players tend to play much more cautiously in top tier, perhaps because of the cost of the vehicles, but I just tried to ignore that. Anyway, this about catches us up to where I was recording live, so you can see me fail in live gameplay. So you can probably guess how this is going to end for us. I was happy with my performance in this one. I got to show off a little bit of CAS gameplay, that it is possible, especially in an open field environment like this. I think this kind of map really is perfect for top tier. It gives a playground where your long range ammunition types like APDS and your fantastic I didn't get to show you how quick the rangefinder is on the Abrams, but it's almost instantaneous. There's really no reason not to use it when you're taking those long-range shots. And another thing is top tier AA, not so scary if they hang back away from the front line, and there's always, with your great mobility in an aircraft, there's always a place you can find on the battlefield to make your hunting grounds. That is, unless there are enemy jets in the area, and then they can make you suffer for carrying ordnance. So that's sort of what I've been enjoying the most about top tier, is flying the aircraft in close air support. It's something that I've actually been enjoying quite a bit at American 5.7 since I got the premium Spitfire on sale out of a battle reward. And what else? Well, I guess now it's time to open the floor for discussion. I love talking with you guys on the Discord, link in the description below. And tell me how you've been doing. Do you guys play top tier? I know some of you do. How do you feel about 9.0 premiums coming to Germany and Russia? Personally, I'm not really here to change your mind or anything, but my view is once they introduced the XM1, there was no going back, and now that one nation has it, things will at least be a little bit more balanced out if other nations have their own 9.0 premium as well. It'd be nice to see Gaijin admit that they're rank 6 vehicles and give us them as rank 6 premiums, but, well, a boy can dream. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Looking forward to the FJ4B with the guided missiles. That's going to be a blast to play. It's also going to be very challenging. And judging from the performance of Hydra rockets, I wonder if those missiles will be better or worse. It'd be nice to see the new model of FJ4B that's coming in this event have access to both types of weaponry, but we'll just have to see about that. Anyway, guys, catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.